Welcome back to the Sports Stars Challenge 4. I'm joined by Ian the Razor Fraser for this footballers heat, where Norman Whiteside has sprinted down the sideline to a huge lead. Stefano Tacconi, lucky to still be in the building.
Call. Pass.
Limp in with the pair. Sedgley's coming along, and LeBouf agreeable.
Call.
Who is?
Raise.
I thought it was the deuce 7 from Norman, but this is
100 more, 150 total.
now if it's a strong play. I'm not sure about the size. It's going to make this pot really big.
Yeah,
Call.
I think with these sort of players, you don't have to bet quite big. We found out watching these heats before that just a minimum raise does the trick here.
Well, this has brought everybody in, and Bouchard. You know, I might have been tempted. I know it's the deuce 7, but I might have been tempted there. What about you?
May have been.
Suited. Look at this pot. $650, 4 players in, and Norman's got the lead, but not anymore. Although, you know...
100. Pass.
I kind of feel like if Norman had made it 200 pre-flop and 400 now, the pot would be over.
Yeah.
Call.
Well,
As it is.
Is he going to call or raise?
Call.
Cool.
If it comes a jack, there's going to be madness at this table. The hounds will let loose. That's what Whiteside needs for the straight. Would have been a bit of fun, you have to say.
Yeah.
100.
And, you know, from these players' point of view, all they've seen Norman do since we sat down is just bet, bet, bet.
Yeah.
You don't really blame Frank LeBouf for taking a stand here. He can't fold for 100, can he?
It's such an easy call. You know, Frank's got position on him. He can afford just to sit there and let this go down.
And yet, if Norman shoves all in on...
Oh, Jesse, you're unbelievable. How have you called that in?
I don't know. If he shoves all in on the river.
300.
Oh, I'd love to see it. He might have gotten called on the river if he had shoved all in.
He could have bet about 900 there.
Poor Steve Sedgley. I mean, when these cards... Now, LeBouf's got a bit of a tough spot here. Look at the odds he's getting in this pot.
Wow, he's played that well, hasn't he?
When these cards get turned over, there will be a collective gasp on this table, and Takano is going to say, "What's going on? I folded aces." Sedgley can hardly believe it.
Hij schreef een kaart. Dat is nice, exactly. To pair against straight. I think one thing.
I know where you won last year. Right,
Look at all the chips he's got.
Barbie's at 5 moments.
I mean, he's over $4,000 already.
This is crash bang wallop stuff.
Norman Whiteside. He's won every pot of significance. He's nearly won every pot. I don't think Tacconi's going to be making any more good laydowns again.
No, definitely not after watching that. His minimum raise when he had the aces saved him, really. And that's why he's still sitting there now. Because if he makes it 3 times, you know, the pot's bigger automatically. And then he has to call the river bat.
And having sort of watching the way he's handled himself since then.
Cool as a cucumber, isn't he?
Yeah, but you have to assume that he made that minimum raise for the reason most pros make it. You know, don't chase it. Make the pot bigger, but don't chase out on any of these worse hands. It's actually
Raise.
raise. Yeah,
it's like a dream.
Okay, raise to 100.
LeBouf and Bouchard, and now Norman.
Call. Pass.
And
Call. Call.
Now we're talking.
a couple similar type hands if it comes a 9 or a 10. And Frank has shown that he can make the continuation bet after raising. Let's see what happens if he didn't miss.
Check.
Gosh,
This ain't a bad flop for Sedgley.
Raise.
Flush draw and straight draw.
150.
Straight draw for
150.
Frank.
Pass.
And top pair and a straight draw for Paresh Patel.
Call.
Now, it's easier to just call that bet because it's so small, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, don't mind that either way, really. You know, he don't want to be seeing another club here with his 9-10.
Oh, my gosh.
That's just the absolute bingo card.
Well, now look at this. 3 9s for Patel, the flush for Sedgley,
50.
and the nut flush draw.
Call.
So, Paresh has betted out, I believe. No, LaBeouf has betted out. Patel is called. Sedgley is called.
Wow.
Where's the action?
I know, I can't believe it. Can't believe none of them have raised. Another club.
I wonder what Paresh is thinking right now. It would have been a great spot for him to raise his.
Oh, look at this.
I don't
He's got
believe
the
it.
10 of clubs.
Yes, I mean, you just don't believe it. That's a straight
Oh,
flush for
mate.
Patel. Look, he's looking. He can hardly contain himself. And
300.
300.
and if this just gets called on the river by this pot should be. They should all
They
be.
should
all
all be
in.
all
They
in.
should all be
the
all.
three of them. Just call. I'll laugh if he just calls now on the end. This will make it for me.
He really should be raising, shouldn't he? He can only be beat by.
Hey! Patel, you wonder what's
Insane.
going on.
Well, I've got one of those.
Insane.
Certainly are.
It's a straight flush.
Oh.
How is Frank LaBeouf and Steve Sedgley? How are they still sitting here?
Yeah, well, he must be looking at their hands now. This guy must be looking at the hands and thinking, how haven't I got all their chips? Yeah. Unbelievable hand.
I'm not sure which was the bigger money card, the turn or the river. Sedgley, that's the second time he's been completely hard done by on the
Yeah.
river. And, I mean, he should be throwing a tantrum
Well,
in there.
yeah, there should have been raises on every street there, Jesse. Should have been a flop raise, turn, and then a bigger bet on the river, and a re-raise. Amazing.
I can't remember the last time I saw a straight flush in this game.
I think so.
I mean, both now Sedgley's down to about 700, but LaBeouf, he's got more than half his stack.
Call. Pass. Pass. Pass.
Sedgley's made 2 pair and a flush, lost both pots, and it gives you a very skewed idea of
Well,
hold'em.
he's got the conkers.
And he's just checked his option from the big blind here. Well, it's going to allow him to
Wow,
get away
yeah.
cheaply. Sometimes it's hard to throw away kings, even if the ace is on the board.
50.
50.
Call.
This is easily one of the strangest games I've ever witnessed. Is the king coming on the turn?
Oh, don't. Be 100 now.
50.
He's really settled down. He's really settled down in his later part of his career here, Sanchez. 50, 50, 50.
So fair play at the end, you never know.
This is good for Frank, you know. He's getting away with these kings cheap here.
Yeah, he really is. Might want to grab his chips now.
50.
Let's see. Go.
Laurie might be a limit player. 50, 50, 50. But you know what? He was never going to get any more, was he?
Yeah. No.
And so that sort of
When you win a
completes the
flush,
trifecta.
yeah.
We've seen the aces cracked, the kings cracked, the nut flush beat.
Larry,
Thank you for that.
congratulations.
Thank you for
So
making, thank you
pleased.
for making sure.
Yeah. Last time.
My name is Laurie Sanchez, formerly manager of Fulham and Northern Ireland. I'm a novice poker player. I mean, I play online. This is going to be my first tournament. I've always wanted to play in a tournament. I've seen them on TV and thought I could do better than that, so I'm going to have the chance tonight. We're brought up in an environment where you're taught to win, and winning is the be-all and end-all, and sometimes you don't break the rules, but you push them as far as you can. I think in poker it's slightly different. There are rules and you can't break them. It'll be interesting to see who does win this one this afternoon.
How long have you been in Hollywood?
For almost 4 years now.
Have you?
Yeah.
He plays now for sort of a celebrity soccer side in Hollywood.